Good evening. This is Dr. Nancy, and I'm waiting for Karen for your weekly episode of Wild Women with Wine. And I have a little bit of a Pinot here, and we're waiting for my co-host, my cohort. And we've received a few questions from y'all, so we're going to answer those tonight and hopefully do some other fun things. Don't forget, we've got our badges on, so that's just a way to give us a little tip to say, hey, we really appreciate you guys being here. And I'm sorry, D Cohen. I'm waiting for Karen, and we don't really let other people into the live unless we know them, because we've had some uncomfortable situations in the past. I'll just say that. So anyway, it's Thursday, S-H-I-T. Sure happy it's Thursday. How's your week going? As you pop in, hey Pete, happy Thursday. TGIF tomorrow. What do you guys got going for the weekend? And I'm in Northern California now, so be back in Southern California next week. Maybe I can get to go hang with Karen again. Hi Brady. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So when you pop in, let us know where you're from, because hey, there's Brian. It's always fun to see where people are from, what cities, towns, areas you're from, and that way we kind of get a feel for the reach of our show, how far and wide it reaches. It's always exciting. Happy Thursday to you too, Brady. So I've been sharing some interesting links and hosts. Oh, so John, you're in Jamaica. Cool. And books and things supporting men and their journey in this world of kind of redefining masculinity. You know, the way it was defined 50 years ago is no longer working really well. So there is a kind of an I guess you could call it a sexual revolution among men as well as women. And I think it's awesome. I think it's all genders, actually. I think we're having a sexual revolution and redefining what it is you want, what's important to you, who you are, who you want to love, and what that means to be in an intimate relationship. Queensland, Australia. Justin, that's so cool. And Queens, New York. Awesome. That is so fun. So we are all over the place, and I'm in California. Karen's in California, and we love to see where you're from. So as you're listening to the show, Tampa, as you're listening to the show, as you come in, let us know where you're from, city and state, country. That would be awesome. How are things in Australia? I'm thinking that's a great place to live. Do you think it's a great place to live? If you live in Australia. Okay. Our governor sucks. Oh, what, Brandon's? Are you talking about, where's, oh, there's Karen. All right, I gotta let Karen in. We can talk about governors. We can trade governors, like playing cards. We can see which governor you want. Hi, I can see the top of your head.
I know. It's giving me a hard time again, like last time.
Oh, you gotta be able to, pull it down before you pull it up.
Oh, that's what she said.
Always. Yeah, I just got a notification that Karen Lee's going live on Instagram. That's cool.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah. So,
all right. So I don't know how to do this. Somebody help! Somebody help me!
Are you having some conundrums over there?
I'm having conundrums.
So Steve, you're going to keep. Stephen, who's your governor? You said you have one that has common sense. Give us a clue who that is. Creepy Tricks, thanks for the roses. We like badges too. What the hell are you doing? Governor Bill Lee. Okay, is that your governor? Where is Bill Lee? Karen's always having trouble with her camera angles.
It's unbelievable. I don't understand.
You need to hire a crew.
Yeah. With all the money I'm getting here on Instagram, I'm going to hire a crew to film me.
Exactly.
What do I want to prop this up on?
We could have a studio by now with all the badges.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Hey, that's a goal. Karen and I think we should have our own TV show. What do y'all think?
Yeah.
Karen, would you date a 25-year-old?
I'm not dating anybody right now. I'm in a relationship.
Pete, hang on. It's not going to be chaotic. We're getting this. And Teep likes MILFs. So should we talk to Teep about MILFs?
Sure, let's talk about MILFs. We're going to get you shouldn't do that because it's going to get her all riled up.
Not in a good way.
Should we look to see if we got any responses?
I did get a few questions. Did you
I
see my last post?
No, I did not. Hey,
I put a naughty one up there to get people's attention. You know, what do they call it? Thirst trapping. But it had a message.
Well, there you go. You got to do what you got to do. So I'm going to try to see if I have questions here.
All right, Stephen, if you want to go politics, we got to do a different show because you and I are on opposite ends of the planet on that one.
We don't want to deal. You don't want to deal with Nancy on this. I can just tell you right now.
Somebody told me recently that I was too good of a debater, and I frustrated people.
That's the worst thing you should be, is a good debater.
A good debater.
Did you say it's the masturbator that you're good at?
It's like, really? You mean so like I have information, I can actually hold my own? Like I don't believe all the bullshit lies and
right.
Don't ever say the M word to Dr. Nancy. You'll make her angry. Right, Brady?
Right. All right. So I'm trying to find where maybe I didn't have YouTube going, so maybe I can find Instagram on my computer.
Okay. All right. So I'm not going to debate you here, Stephen. This is a different show, but you know, maybe if I do a political one, you can come and join me, and I'll take you to task.
There you go.
So Thomas wants you to choke him, Karen.
Thomas, no, give me more questions. So how do we find out where those questions are?
I don't know. I just wrote them down.
That's what it is. It gets to a point where you just have to write them down.
Yeah, the old pen and paper, you know.
So
the first one is, Karen, do you have your books handy?
Of course I do.
Okay. So the question was, where to meet cougars in San Diego?
Oh. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Read the book, Fuck Games Day Cougars.
There you go.
Cool. Find everything you want to know about finding cougars in this book. And
we're afraid to ask.
Fuck Games Day Cougars. You'll find it on Amazon. And let me know how you like it. There's a PDF version and there's in the soft cover like I have. I'm just trying to see if I can find the questions, because I feel like if people put the questions up, I should at least take a look at them. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So I'm trying to find that. Oops, that's not what
Stephen, I think you're projecting, because the fact that you say what you said and then try to disrespect those who won't agree with you, that just says you're projecting.
You know what projecting is in psychological terms?
Do you?
Jeez. From what I understand, I know is that a Veronica M you're wearing?
It looks like it, but it isn't.
Oh, I love that fabric.
But it feels like it. Yeah, it's like the yummy.
So for those of you who don't know, projecting is when you feel something strongly about yourself and you don't want, or someone else, and you push it onto someone, you project it onto someone else. So like if you are cheating on your spouse and you're feeling uncomfortable about that, you may project some of that shit onto her. I don't know. You explain it better than I do.
Yeah, I mean, I think people that try to criticize others, especially if they don't know them, call them, liars, cheats, liberals, as if that's a bad word, try to insult others. They're projecting their own insecurities and their own inadequacies. And they're projecting what they fear in themselves onto someone else as a deflection and a projection. So we're on to you. So keep going. You just keep revealing all of your own insecurities there, Stephen.
Yeah.
So.
Stephen, chill out. Chill out. Life is short. We got a bunch of people who just joined us, and if you just joined us, send us love. Put those little hearts up and tell us that you're here and what questions.
Where from? So we've got somebody from Australia. We've got somebody from New York. We've got Florida. We got all over the place. Jamaica. So it's pretty cool.
I love this. I love this app.
So Mark asked me today, because he realizes that I don't do this show for money, because it's cute. I mean, it's sweet when we get badges, which we have turned on, which we love. But he asked me, what I was getting out of it. And I said, without thinking, I said, I get an hour with Karen a week that I don't have to worry about, trying to fit it in, or is she going to be too busy, or, I feel like it's my scheduled girlfriend time, and we get to share it with other people, and maybe we inspire other people in some way, shape, or form, but really I just spend it with you.
That really I feel the exact same way, and it warms the cockles of my heart.
I love the cockles of your heart.
Yes.
Thank you, Brady. We appreciate you.
Cheers, Brady.
Cheers. So,
and apparently little Kitty's getting something out of it too.
She's doing her thing again.
Again.
Every 3 weeks, I swear to God, she's like clockwork.
Oh, poor.
I know. She's like, horny.
Maybe she wants a dog that's chewing a bone right now.
Yeah.
So, anyway, since I can't seem to find, thank you, Al thing. Since I can't seem to find where the questions were without having to, you know what? I'll find them when we switch and flip.
Okay. So I'll read the ones I got on this half. And then when we do the flip, you can read yours. Okay. So one of the other questions I got was, what do I do about getting my sexual confidence back? They feel like over the last several years, they really lost their sexual confidence. And it was a gentleman that stated this. And so when somebody says they've lost their sexual confidence, when a man has said that to you, Karen, what do you interpret? I mean, obviously we have to ask a lot more questions. He's going to make an appointment with me, but
I interpret. I'd like to find out, was there some trigger, or was it something that's been growing as time went on? When did this start? Did you ever have self-confidence? Mm-hmm. I think, can we put this person in timeout for a second? Steven's like just annoying me.
How do you do that?
You hit his like little thingy and say, you're in here.
Okay, here. Remove from live. Block him.
Yeah, just remove.
Remove. Okay. Bye-bye.
Steven can come back when he's behaved.
Yeah, he's just too annoying. He's insecure.
So, I want to find out all that background information as to what happened first before I can give any ideas of what could be happening now. What do you think?
Well, I think oftentimes when I hear a man that says that they're a little bit older and they say they've lost their sexual confidence, oftentimes it means that they've lost, that their erections aren't as good a quality as they used to be. They might not get as hard as easily, or they might not last as long. So something has shifted for them. And
for you who don't know this, as you get older, men and women both, we lose testosterone. We lose a lot of the mojo, and it's normal.
Yeah.
There are things you can do for it, and neither of us are those kind of doctors that prescribe, but
no.
It wouldn't be a bad idea to get that checked out if that's what made, let's start with that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we always want to start with the physical. Rule out any hormone imbalances or other medications. There's a lot of medications, blood pressure medications, heart medications, diabetes. There's many things that affect that function. So that's, I think, really important to know. But I think as men get older, they actually have an opportunity to become much more intentional and interesting lovers.
Oh, that's a nice little reframe of how you flip that. And I think for women too.
Yes. Yes, because I think younger men think sex is all about their penis and their penis pleasure.
Wait,
huh?
It's not?
No. Oh. I mean, it is when they're having it with themselves.
What is it? Thomas said, I need help. I was ready to go to sleep and then saw Karen going live, then got man horny.
Well, okay. Well, go have a good time. Come back and
back in 5 seconds. And
that's the other thing is, how long it takes men to complete the act. We have to be careful so we don't get Karen in trouble again here.
Yeah. No, I'm not on TikTok right now. Okay. And I should go on TikTok. TikTok. We should.
Yeah, let's go on TikTok. We'll behave.
Yeah, I didn't go on YouTube either today, so I'm missing out on some conversations over there. I guess.
Wow.
I just have been a little bit lax today.
Well, that's a lot of multitasking when you're on all these different platforms.
Really, it's very hard when I don't even have my tripod set up. It's not today. It's got some problems. It's got some.
I'm going to send you the little desk tripod I have with the light.
I think that's a good call.
I'm going to get that for you.
This one that I've been using. Someone just gave it to us as a gift, and it's not happening for me. Yeah. Where were we? Discussing
how to get your mojo back. How to get your self-confidence back.
That's what we're trying to get the mojo back.
Yeah. And there's I sent a link to someone today. There's a great book that this guy has written about for men about how to connect with women and have them begging you for more loving, because it's really about, don't you think that it's about really connecting to what turns your partner on, not just in the bedroom but in life?
Oh yeah, but I mean okay. In a relationship. In a relationship, for sure. But in a friends with benefits, I think you need to have a certain intellectual capability to discuss certain things, to have fun. But I don't necessarily think that you need to be as deep as that on every time.
Not in a friends of FWB, no.
Right. So it depends on the relationship.
Yeah. But I think the number one question I get from men in long-term relationships is, how do I get my wife to want to have sex? She doesn't want to have sex anymore.
Yeah, why don't women want to have sex after a certain age?
Yeah, I mean, that's the $1 million question. I have some answers that I get from women when I get to talk to them privately. Usually it's because they're not being treated well. Their partners are mean.
Yeah. Who wants it?
They're condescending and they're disrespectful and they're snarky and moody and unpredictable. And you live with somebody that for a while, you don't feel very amorous toward them.
And I think in terms of what I know about some of the relationships that my friends have, I think it's accurate. Is that the kitty? She needs to man. It's like howling.
Oh, here. You gotta pat her. Go take care of the cat.
Go pet your pussy, Mark.
Take care of that. Take care of my kitty, would you?
Yeah. Here, walk in and see what Mark's doing with the cat. Oh man.
So you know, I think if guys turn to porn to get their mojo back, that's not going to work for women.
No, and it's not
if they want to have sex with women.
And we don't have anything against porn, because porn,
No.
but it's not going to give that intimacy that you might get from a woman.
Right. And you're not going to get feedback, you know, on what kind of lover you are, how attentive you are, how gentle, how you touch. You know, one of the classes that I teach is about teaching our partners how we want to be touched. Because I've been teaching touch, sort of whatever, in yoga, massage, all kinds of things for years. And I would have couples in yoga classes. I'd have people partner up. And I would watch how men would touch women, just in general. And oh my God, most of them were so rough.
Real, yeah. I mean, that. I think because they see it on porn.
Right.
Ooh,
right.
No.
Right. Right. So I'm saying if you're turning to porn to learn how to be a lover, you're gonna not get a second shot at most women, so to speak.
Right. So don't go getting your education from porn.
No, it's not educational.
Moving right along.
Okay.
Okay. What was I going to ask you? Gosh. I don't know.
What were you going to ask?
What else is going on in your life?
You know, just life here, and I've been doing more writing. I've kind of revised my website.
Good for you.
I did create a link tree.
I like Linktree.
Which is, so it's on all my social media now.
Yeah, now you don't have to go to like 10 different sources to find different stuff. You just go to Linktree.
Right. And it's great because I even have it linked to specific places on my website, because I've got a lot of stuff going on, you know. So it links it to, like, if you're looking for yoga videos, bink, you can go right there. But it's all in one place. So I'm hoping that'll be effective. For
sure. So we've got 16 people on right now, and they're all dying to ask questions, I'm sure. So if you just joined us, we're looking to find out where you're from, what your zodiac sign is, and any questions that you might have.
Yes.
Because it's always fun to. I actually just on my podcast this week, we interviewed sex. I want to say no. I mean, she's basically an astrologer, but she talks a lot about, you know, sexual compatibility and stuff like that.
Who is that?
Who is that? Jessica, and her last name is drawing a blank about her last name, but it was excellent. She just nailed it, my chart and my son's chart, and she got us. It was really, really cool. I believe
that sounds really interesting.
Any of you guys that are girls, or whoever you are that is watching or listening right now, any of you guys have any strong beliefs about astrology or tarot card reading? Bill would like to know, where's the best place to meet mature women? And back to the book again. This book has, like, I know there's one guy who wrote on an entire list of all the places he goes to meet older women. All of it is in this one of the chapters in Fuck Dames Day Cougars book, which you can get in this softcover version or in a PDF. But the main thing that I want to tell you is there are certain places that you're going to find older women. It's different during COVID, but assuming that there was no COVID out there, I would like to tell you my fun tips for meeting older women, since we get that asked constantly. And by the way, we got to ask, what is the best way to start a conversation? But in terms of where to go, when I was single, I always like to go to, you have to think in the mind, like, where do older women hang out? And before COVID, we used to hang out. I used to go to, like, I like to hear music. So I would go to, like, a steakhouse that had like a bar with a little trio, and hang out in the bar. I know that sounds expensive, but you don't have to order anything. You can just get like a glass of club soda and a lime, even if you don't even have to drink.
Right.
But places like that, you have to kind of get in the mind, like, where would older women hang out? Like there used to be this club in Chicago. It was underground. I forgot the name of it, but it was all disco. Music, and it was all women, older women especially, dancing to disco on the dance floor. If you're a guy, you haven't made in the shade going to that club, but and they have like late nights at certain clubs. They have there's just a lot of places like that I would recommend that you go to, where you might find like women love karaoke, women love to dance. So try to figure out in your head, like, okay, where in my town or place, that I live, would I think that someone over the age of 40 would go? She's not going to go to the clubbing like that you do when you're in your 20s or whatever. And you can't talk to someone anyway. But a jazz club or some place that has like a lounge area of a hotel, those are real good places.
Yeah, and I think it's important that people stay authentic, that they don't just go hunting, that they go to places that have things that they like, so that they actually have something in common
right.
with people there. So, it's like, think about the things that you're interested in, and why is it that you would be drawn to somebody that's older? What are you looking for? Are you just looking for a mother or a teacher? Or are you looking for somebody that's interested in the same things you are, so you actually have something to talk about?
My guess is it's the first one.
Mother.
Mother or teacher, more so than I want to just meet someone to talk about more mature things. I think that's important at some point, but I think the initial introduction is more of like a friend that's fun.
Yeah, and I also think, like your book title speaks to, I think that a lot of men, after they've played that game a few times with younger women, especially immature younger women, they get tired of the BS. They just want to be told the truth. They just want to be asked, because they want direct conversation. They don't want to play the guessing game of what this person wants. That's right. Exhausting. I mean, it's fun. It's fun a couple times when you're young too, right? It's like a dance. But then after you've done that a couple times, you're like, I want to cut to the chase and find out who you are and what you want.
Right.
Yeah.
And especially like older women who have maybe gone through a death or a divorce, and they're in their 40s and they're done having kids, and they don't want to have more kids, I emphasize, but they still want to have companionship and fun, especially if it's a new divorce. That's a good time to start like honing in. Because oftentimes the younger guy doesn't want a heavy duty relationship if they're like working on their career or whatever they're doing, and they're focused. Right. They don't have the time to be in a relationship, to be honest. They just want to have a companion or sexual experience that might be fun. That's when the older women, younger men are in the perfect fit.
Right. Because most women that are more mature have a lot going on. They're busy, and so they typically don't have a lot of the same kind of time that maybe a young woman might have.
So, do you have any suggestions for Bill as to where you've had success in meeting older women? Write them down here.
Yes.
That club, Bill, the disco club is no longer around, but I'm sure there's something similar to that in every town. I mean, there's a lot of times there's ladies' nights at these clubs, and if you go early, I know in your head, like I remember one time I went to a club and I was walking out when my daughter and her friends were walking in. So know that
early.
Early. You're not going to see someone at 2:00 in the morning.
I saw a great meme yesterday that said, if somebody over 40 is out after 9 p.m., they took a nap that day.
That you could get lucky and hope that she's taking a nap that day.
Tell her to take a nap. So somebody wants to know where is the best lifestyle swinger cruise or holiday destination. Well, Stephen, I'm a big fan of hedonism.
You came to the right place, Stephen.
Yeah. He does like the most life freeing experience I've ever had. It was a game changer in every aspect of my life in a positive way.
Yes, right now. She's just positively glowing.
Yeah, I mean, I had my reawakening at Hito, and almost 16 years ago.
Everybody needs a reawakening, guys.
Yeah.
Mrs. Elvis in the house. How you doing there? Bill said, I meet them and then they decide they're not ready and I don't hear back from them. And am I doing something wrong? Bill,
not ready for what?
I don't know. But you know what, Bill, it's a numbers game. If they're not ready, that means they're probably just like giving you some BS excuse or whatever. I don't necessarily think they're, unless you are looking for like a relationship and they're not, you got to be on the same page. You just want companionship and they're saying they're not ready for that. Well, they may not be into it. They may not be. It may be like it's like a job interview. You go on the job interview, you have to let it go as soon as you're done with the interview. Because if you're sitting there thinking, "Oh, well, what didn't they like about me?" Well, it could be that you didn't have the right color eyes. It could be that you didn't have one thing that they were looking for. You never know what people are looking for. You just have to let it go the next day.
I was talking to someone the other day about ghosting, and they were saying, ghosting, I don't have closure. And I went, no, you do. Ghosting is closure.
Closure you're looking for.
Yeah, it's like that means that they're not interested anymore. Right. That's all the closure you need. It's them not being interested. It's not about you. It's just you two weren't a match. It's okay.
And you know what? It'll better that you know it quick and easy and early than later on.
Yeah. And sometimes if you're the one doing the ghosting, and I'm not a big fan of ghosting, I think there are other ways that you can handle that. But if you're the ghoster,
I think it's so sad when you do that, and I really don't respect people who do that. But not everybody's mentally mature,
right?
And it is easier to not answer the phone than it is to have a conversation. It might possibly be responsible
or
No, nobody wants to hurt anybody's feelings. They don't realize ghosting is way worse than hurting someone's feelings.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people would just like to be told, I just don't see us as a match.
Right.
And I wish you well. You didn't do anything wrong. I just don't feel it. And that's okay. I think that lets people off the hook, actually, to be a little bit, to be more honest with them. Then they don't waste a lot of time trying to figure out why the hell you haven't called.
Exactly.
Right?
All right. Live on TikTok now. I'm live on YouTube or live on Instagram. So if you're joining us on TikTok right now, why is it doing that weird thing? Ask us some questions. We're looking for people that have questions, especially about dating, relationships, love, astrology, peace on earth, goodwill towards men.
Okay. So I have another question that I'm going to, because everybody here on the show, we're going to be taking a little commercial break, and then we're going to be switching over to Karen's platform. You'll be able to find us both if you just hang in there. We'll be back in a minute. But I'm going to leave you with this question.
Wait, if the question has anything that I might be kicked off TikTok for, use vegetables.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
The question is, what are some of the best topics of conversations that work well with cougars? So I'm going to let you think about that, and then we're going to answer it on Karen. So to get that answer, you got to follow us. Oh. Meanwhile, we have badges still turned on here. You can find me on my website. If you go to the link tree in my bio right here on Instagram, it'll take you all over the place to where I am. I've got a little secret project going on, so you may want to stay tuned for that.
All right. Before we go to Instagram, someone on TikTok named Track said, shaved, trimmed, or natural? I think they're thinking of a beard. Beard.
On your face?
I hope so, because otherwise I'm going to get in trouble. So let's just
on the face, I like shaved or trimmed.
I like the 5 o'clock shadow.
But trimmed.
But trimmed. That's it is. 5 o'clock shadow. What do you guys like? Okay.
Okay. So what do you guys like? Shaved, trimmed, or natural?
Yeah.
And or waxed?
About beards.
I mean, some people wax their faces, right?
They wax their face. Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you for following the host.
Okay. So we still have badges on. Karen's going to turn her badges on. We're going to meet over on Karen's Instagram in just a couple of minutes because I got to do some fancy footwork, or Karen can go on and I can do that, and I'll meet you over there.
Oh yeah, I know.
Go to Karenlee Poter.
Okay, go to Karenlee Poter. It's like Potter with one T, like Harry Potter, or just look up Karenlee and you'll find me. Well, it says we're on together, so I don't think it's too hard to find.
Incognito says, I like poofy and unkempt.
Oh, because Alf likes all of them. You know what? I do too. I just don't. If someone has a beard and there's food in it, I don't like it.
Okay, this is good. So Incognito, so you're on Karen's IG. Okay. So I think there are people on both of our IGs.
All right.
We're going to come back, but Karen's going to be on top because she likes to switch it up.
I do.
So Karen, I'm going to let Karen be on top for the next segment. And then, but just all come back here. Just come back to where you are right now and we'll be here.
We're going to be here. Just going to be flipped. All right. I'll see you in a
We're going to flip you because Karen wants to be on top.
I like to be on top. I'm sorry. All right, here goes.
See you in a minute. See you in a sec. We'll be right back. Find this video on YouTube later on tonight or tomorrow, and you can watch the whole thing, and you'll be able to see Karen too. All right. Back in a few. Hang in there. Come back.